Hi everyone, welcome to this video. Just gonna be talking a little bit about Jake and just him boxing and how he's just goes against himself so much and how he just doesn't help his cause in any way whatsoever. So as you may know, Jake Paul's fighting Nate Robinson on the Mike Tyson undercard. Yeah, that's a big thing. And this could potentially be good because if he wins this fight, this has potential to up the hype by so much more for when he fights KSI, if he does. But then again, if he loses, he doesn't have the hope of fighting KSI. The hype has all suddenly dropped. This has all been built up for probably about 2 years since JJ first called him out, and now suddenly, if he loses this, the hype was just all for nothing, so there was really no need for him to fight Nate Robinson. Also, if you lose to Nate Robinson, you talk about wanting to reclaim the Paul name and things like that, but then again, if you lose to Nate Robinson, a guy who's trained for 1 month maximum, if that, you've not reclaimed any name. All that you've done is just make yourself look like an idiot, and you've embarrassed yourself because you've lost to a guy who's trained for 1 month and you've gone for 2 years. And also, Nate is 36. He's over 10 years older than you, Jake. So there's some footage of Nate sparring on the internet.
Then I'm throw a hook, drop up under that, and give me the right hand, left upper hand. Three. Three that way.
I'm going under that?
Yeah, drop up under that.
Yes, sir.
And for someone who's trained for probably less than a month, he doesn't look terrible. But then again, he's trained for less than a month. The amount of skills Jake has over Nate is ridiculous, making the win so much less satisfying for just everyone. It's like me fighting a 10-year-old. Well, yeah, what? There's like a 7-year difference. I'm easily gonna win, and then knowing the person JK is will be like, oh yeah, you were terrible. I knew I could do this fight. The guy hasn't even trained for a month. Yes, and he doesn't look terrible on the pads. But then again, anyone can look good on pads. You can't get in a ring with someone who's trained for 2 years and expect to just destroy them. And Jake's gonna think he's so sick because he's beat this guy who has no boxing experience. And it just seems that Jake is picking fights with everyone. He's called out Sensei. He's calling out rappers. What is the need for that? It looks like Jake is just doing it for the money. KSI calls out Jake Paul and wants to fight Jake Paul because he genuinely dislikes the guy. He fought Joe Weller because he genuinely disliked the guy. And Jake's just calling out NBA players within a month. Clearly, he's just in it for the money. And he spent the whole time saying he didn't want to fight Anisan Gibb because Anisan Gibb wasn't relevant. Well, Anisan Gibb was getting more views, and if Anisan Gibb wasn't relevant, why fight Nate Robinson? What makes Nate Robinson so relevant? He's also saying he didn't fight Gibb because there was no hype for the fight and no one really wanted to see it, when absolutely loads of people wanted to see it. How many people wanted to see you versus Nate Robinson? The only reason you're doing that is because he's a bit more famous than Gibb and he used to play sport, so he was on TV, and that's going to get you more money. And also, if he loses a fight, he'll just blame his coach, like he blamed Shannon Briggs for Logan Paul losing to KSI. If you notice something about Shannon Briggs' training during Logan's camp, why didn't you say something? It all seemed perfectly fine when Logan was training with him, but as soon as Logan loses, it's all his fault. So what's to say that if you lose against Nate, or if you beat Nate and then fight KSI and lose against him, what's to say you won't just blame your coach again? You blame other people for mistakes. It's not like Shannon Briggs is in the ring fighting for Logan. Shannon Briggs trained doing the best you can, and you seem to be fine with it the whole camp. As soon as Logan gets in the ring and he messes up, it's Shannon's fault. I don't understand what goes through Jake Paul's head. Contradicts himself so much. Man, what can you do about it? The guy's he's a different species, but you can't. Anyway, if you liked it, just do. Like it if you want. Alright, I'll see you on a bit. Bye.